Hello everyone, welcome to the Passive Income Trader webinar. We're waiting for our next pick, which I believe will be shortly after the Labor Day weekend, which is going to end on September 2nd, so we could be looking at our next, what we call super pick, either the first or second week of September, and that's really what we're expecting, but you know, there have been surprises in the past. Today we're going to give you part of our advanced program for free for those of you who want something to do in the meanwhile. These are much less liquid stocks that instead of trading for a day or two, we're trading for literally 2 or 3 minutes up to 10 minutes max. And last week alone, here's the results we had in our advanced program. And again, in our model portfolio, these plays are only representing 2.5 to 10% of our position. So we're using a lot less money, a couple $1,000 per pick. And we've had great results. We had EXHI. We were in and out in about 11 minutes. It actually took a few minutes to get filled, but we had a 77% profit. ASTM looked like a big pick. It had mega volume. It started to go up, and then it just kind of stayed flat. We had a small loss on that. SNET, we were in and out very quickly. We actually took half our profits midway. It went down and then back up, and then we took the rest of our profits at 100% profit. And then later in the afternoon, we saw it start flying up again, so we bought it near the close, just about 20 minutes before the close, and we sold it right on the open for a 53% profit. I'll show you some charts on these, and I'm going to teach you guys how to find the pick. There's actually a pick coming out tomorrow morning, so you guys can get some action tomorrow. And I'll go over the kind of the nitty-gritty about how to get filled with these, what kind of orders to place, how long you should let your order sit before you cancel it, and all that sort of jazz. So here's EXHI. We got filled early. We sold early. It went up a little bit higher, and then it crashed. And that was kind of the end of EXHI. It was a 30-minute wonder pick, and that's not uncommon for these little promoters to have that. ASTM, the volume had just shot off the roof. We saw it starting to go up, and that's when we bought it, and then it just flatlined the rest of the day, so we got out. SNET, we popped in right in the beginning of the opening. The prices are flying up when we're doing this. I'm going to teach you how to get filled when they're doing that, and then we sold minutes later. And it did reach higher prices, and actually the stock continued to rally the whole day. It's very unlikely for these sort of picks to rally the whole day, so you're usually in and out in about around 10 minutes. At the end of the day, we saw it again rallying up, so we bought near the close, and then we sold right in the opening. And this bar chart kind of lost the pictures, but right around here is where we bought. And then we sold it in the opening minutes. And then it just plummeted, as all penny stocks do. Okay, so how do you get this next pick? What you should do is go to stockmister.com and sign up for their email alerts. And there's also going to be a way to sign up for their text alerts. Either way, there's a web page that you're going to bookmark, which is this one right here, stockmister.com/alert-page. You don't want to be hitting F5 constant, which is the refresh button in your browser, because I've done that before, and it will actually load a broken page when they flip the page with the pick. So the secret is to wait till exactly 9:30 Eastern, wait a few seconds, and then for the first time hit enter and make that page show up, and you can see the pick almost instantly. So we're trading $1,000 in a $25,000 model portfolio on this pick. We're trying to double it. We're in and out. It's a quick play. It's not anything we want to risk a big portion of our account with in our advanced program. But these have been doing very well for our members, and we want to share it to you guys while you wait for your next passive income trader pick. So how do you get filled in these? The secret is to put a limit order out 5 cents higher than the asking price, and to cancel that order by the end of 9:32 Eastern. By then, the price will have gone up so much that we don't want to buy any more shares because we're going to be looking to sell whatever part of your fill that you've managed to get filled. Anything beyond that gets a lot riskier, and chances are you're going to really diminish your returns while increasing your risk. The best broker is probably TD Ameritrade, but we have members using Schwab and E-Trade and doing well as well. As far as your profit target, don't expect this to go up all day. We're telling our members to sell for 100% gain or via the sell alert in our chat room. Now, you're not going to get a sell alert because this is such a fast-moving thing. You'd have to be part of our hidden market opportunities group to get a sell alert, but I think you can eyeball it pretty easily. You've got about 5 to 15 minutes of run-up. It's going to slow down, and that's your signal to get out. Definitely don't be greedy with these in terms of how many shares you try to buy or what percentage gain you try to sell for. We're also not using any stop loss. These are very volatile. You don't want to get flipped out of your position from one tick. It's really something that's more of a time base. We're going to buy it and sell it in a few minutes, hopefully get a 50 to 100% return, and then you're done. Here's the web page where he discusses SNET. You can see kind of more. Here's what it looked like through that day. We bought it here, sold it here, and then normally our program would have bought it again here, but we were busy updating our training videos, and we didn't get it till about here, and then we sold it right in the opening, expecting everyone to cash out on the open, and then that's what happened. It crashed. But yeah, these guys are good. There's very low. I mean, there's around 100,000 shares a minute being sold recently, up to 500,000. The price is usually starting in the 2 to 10 cent range, and you know he doesn't always do great, but right now he's on a very good roll, and we expect him to deliver a few percent return on our overall account per week, using a small portion of our account and using this model. Here's the alert page. stockmr.com/alert-page with caps. Again, you just want to reload it right at 9:30 Eastern tomorrow. You get the pick, you hop in. We're putting the limit order 5 cents above the asking price, and this is the easy way to flip penny stocks right now. So that's our free bonus for you guys, and I know that August has been a slow month while we wait for our next pick. This is completely normal. These guys typically take the summer off, and September is supposed to be the hot season. And from our standpoint, we rent our mailing list to these penny stock people from time to time. In August, we didn't have a single ad booked, whereas the other months we had anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000 worth of ads booked, where they pay us $25,000 per mailing. So everybody just has the mindset that August is a relaxing month, and then September through December are the hot months. So with that said, I will open it up to questions. And give me a minute, I gotta pull this thing up. Christine wants to know if I'll be able to go. Yeah, we will mail out the webinar in about an hour or two. But really just write down stockmr.com/alert page, alert-page. And yeah. Kurt wants to know what kind of volume exists and has it been difficult to sell. No, we're selling as it's ramping up, so selling has not been hard. Buying has been hard. So you got to be really fast. We're canceling our order, after 3 minutes of the stock being open, and the people doing the best are getting their order out within the first minute of the pick being up. The faster you can do it, the better. So you should probably have a piece of paper and write down how many shares do I intend to buy, depending on what the price is. Okay, we got questions piling in. Let me Okay, so Kurt wants to know, okay, what kind of volume? About 100,000 shares a minute is what I've noticed. When will you release the detailed P&L results beyond what you've covered in this webinar? I can give you guys a quick little look at our the new program has been waiting for the next pick. It just started, and so it's just been trading fast-moving stocks, these little mini picks. It's just been kind of scalping at movement with big promotions. And so the big returns of this portfolio will happen when the new super pick comes out, when the main promoter does a new pick in September. So we've been kind of just treading water, but we're up, and we're teaching people how to make money almost every day. There's been picks every day. Not all of them have won. You can get a feel for how many trades we've done with this stock. What we call power plays are what are happening the most often. And they're still updating this one. Bert Hill. So is the picture of the guy with the close haircut and pointing his finger like a gun someone from Market Authority? If so, who? No, that is not. I'm not sure where you saw that, but Tina wants to know how you do the trade again. So let's say you hit F5 on this page right here tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern exactly, and you see the stock is SNET or whatever it is. Okay, what you do then is you flip to your broker page where you should already have it logged in, ready to type in your order. You should already have in your head how many shares I want to buy based upon if the price is 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents. You want to have it already selected at a limit order, not a market order. You want the order type to fill as many as it can. It doesn't have to fill all of them. And you don't want to be greedy with how many shares you're trying to buy. And then you look at the ask price. So there's a bid and an ask. The ask, let's say the bid is 4 cents and the ask is 5 cents. We're going to put a limit order in to buy it for 10 cents and let it sit there. And if price ever goes beyond your limit price, you need to modify the order and raise your price up. If you don't get filled before 9:33, you just sit it out. You say, oh well, I'll get the next one. These guys are doing 2 picks a week right now. Tina, how long do you expect one would take to recoup their $10,000 if they join PIT2? Well, I'm not allowed to make future projections, Tina. But our goal historically with the same pick that Passive Income Trader gets. So here's the difference. Passive Income Trader is waiting for one of about 10 newsletters that this group owns to actually physically mail the alert out. So we know, factually this is their next pick. And that's what our track record's based on. It requires us holding the position overnight often. We're going for 25% gain. In that respect, it's a lot safer. It's a lot easier to follow. You don't have to be jumping on at the morning every time. The alerts are less time sensitive, and that's what Passive Income Trader is all about. The Hidden Market Opportunities has you logging into our chat room every morning, and we're trying to catch the pick in the first 3 minutes based on volume acceleration and a number of other criteria that give us a very, very accurate picture of if this is going to be the stock they're going to promote later in the day. And so typically we can get into the position 50% to around half the price that passive income trader does by the time they actually mail it out to everyone. Okay, one sec. My question box is filling up. So really, Tina, the value is to try to double or triple the return you could make with passive income trader with the hidden market thing. But it requires that you're willing to get up every morning and write the market open. For 2 weeks every month, we got to sit there and hope it's going to be the day that the volume spikes and we can hop in. Lee Buer. Okay, yeah, we bought SNET Thursday and then we sold it in the first 30 seconds. We sent out a text alert, email alert, and chat alert. In fact, even in our alert, we said we expect to sell it in the open, and that's what we did. Okay, David. David got the one losing trade we've had in a year, and that cost him $1,000. And he's down, and he wants to know, his 60-day trial is coming to an end. What should we do? Well, David, ping support that you'd like to have your guarantee extended because you haven't had a winning trade yet, and we'd be happy to do that for you. This is the big event in the stock market once a month. We're very confident in the program. Summertime's slow. I don't know how many times I can say the same thing, but we are absolutely 1,000% confident in the program, and we believe it will continue to be the highest returning, easiest to follow trading system that is in the market. So we have no fear, about one losing trade. And especially that we had to trade the same stock 3 times in order to give you guys something so that you weren't sitting on your feet with no trades for the last 3 months. Looking back, I wish I'd just given you guys nothing and we just sat in our hands, but people get really agitated when they do that, especially when they watch their guarantee period go. So that was my fault, and I won't make that mistake again, but luckily we're going to the hot season. I won't have to do that. Kurt, for the PIT service, your buy alerts have indicated to buy at a specific price, and the price moves rapidly higher. I have found that often I am buying in a higher rate than you booked. What can I do differently to try and get in at a better price? Well, the first thing is that you have to be ready for the alerts and react quickly to them. You got to realize that you have one pick every 45 days right now, and when it's on high alert, you're on high alert. Usually, by the time we mail out the alert, the stock will go flat, and they're on purpose trying to make lots of people get in at the same price and really wreck the volume, and then they're making a lot of money before they start the slow ascent up. On EXHI, we actually use the tactics from Hidden Market Opportunity to give you guys the pick an hour early before the main promoter mailed out, and that's why you saw it moving up. A lot of people complained about that, and so we said, okay, let's stick to what it's nice and slow and boring, and what we've done for the last year. And now passive income trader won't do that. They're just giving it to you when it's officially been mailed out. And typically when that happens, the price is very flat for the first 20 to 30 minutes. So I don't think you'll see that problem in the near future. The one thing you can do to get way ahead of the buy price of PIT is to join our advanced program. We're able to predict the stock within 3 minutes. 3 minutes every day, usually within 60 seconds, I can tell you if we have the next super pick or not. And so we have our members hop in the chat room every morning, and most of them are buying that product just to get a better price on the super pick. Some of them like to sit there and take our day trades and play our super mini picks and our all these other plays we do. but most of them are doing it simply to log in and get the best price possible on this big bang that's happening once every 45 days. Brett, how reliable is the stop loss order when it comes to trading such fast-moving penny stocks? I made the mistake of not setting one for last big ARTH and lost a lot of money. ARTH, as we told you guys, was the second best promoter we knew. And what happened was the passive income trader product has become so popular in the past 6 months that their promotion couldn't handle our member base. And so what you saw is everybody who followed our instructions and bought quickly, the seasoned members we'll call it, they hit their 25% profit and they made money on ARTH. And I have lots of people wrote me in thanking us for that pick. And what you'll notice is those of you who bought just a little bit late weren't able to hit your 25% profit. The price broke. We told you guys to sell it $1. You know, I've talked to people who still hold it today because they have, you know, hope that it's going to come back up. So yeah, absolutely, you know, timing is important, but we're not issuing any more alerts from second grade promoters. Nobody has enough volume to handle our group other than this, you know, the main promotion company is Awesome Penny Stocks, but they have about 10 different aliases. Awesome Penny Stocks usually goes last. So yeah, I don't think you'll have liquidity problems moving forward because we're going to just keep it to the best of the best for PIT. One thing we are probably going to do, Brett, is to become a little more conservative. We're probably going to go for 2 10 to 15% return trades instead of 1 25% return trade, and to be in and out of the market every day. So this is something we're looking at adjusting in the membership. We'll still get the same return, but we're going to reduce our risk by not holding overnight. We're going to take our returns faster, and I think it will work out really well for everybody. Okay, Kurt, what percentage of your portfolio are you seeing others, yourself perhaps, to use for these more speculative trades? Yeah, $1,250 per $25,000 account is what we're using in our model portfolio, Kurt. Yeah, Lee, I'd be happy to extend your guarantee. Just write support that Jason said I could extend my guarantee until I get a winning pick. Okay, Christian. Okay, I was wondering how long the current promotion is going to run for. Your advanced program is going to last. Is the price still $10,000? I'm trading for my retirement money and I'm going to have to use $10,000 from everyday cash. Wondering how long the current promotion is going to. The current promotion ended. XUII died, and it's not been promoted for over a week or two. So we're on high alert right now for our next pick, and I suspect it'll be in the first 2 weeks of September, possibly the first week. If there is something bizarre and they mail it out this week, you're still on high alert. It could happen. It wouldn't be, you know, people are bizarre. They always like to try out new things. It's just the nature of human beings. They like to test ideas. And so that's why I'm telling people, look, 90% it's after Labor Day weekend, but it's not 100%. You know, if I was those guys, I would say, well, look, there's no one else doing anything right before Labor Day weekend. Why don't we start a promotion then? You know, that's the logic I could see of that. The advanced program, you can join anytime you want, Christian. It comes with a 60-day guarantee. If you buy it, you should be willing to get to the chat room at 9:30 Eastern every morning and get the picks early. That's what that program is all about. me see. Gerald, no, ARTH is dead, in my opinion. And that's why I had everybody sell at $1 who was not able to get out at a higher price. Hey Harold, yeah, I will get you that. It's very hit or miss. There's certain stocks that have pre-market and certain stocks that don't, and it's hard to see the prices, so it's kind of like flying in the dark. But we decided to really make our systems based on aftermarket, or when the market's really open, and not focus on the pre-market. Once we discovered that. Okay, Christine wants to know the best broker for UK. Well, I would Google, broker dealer in Google, Christine, and see who pops up, and then I'd call them and ask them if they carry the two latest picks, ARTH and EXHI. And those should be, if they do, then you should be golden. But I will look around with my colleagues and see what they've noticed were the best for UK. In fact, I'll Skype message one of our staff who's pretty good with broker-dealers right now and see if they're around. He may be off for the day, but if not, I can get a quick answer on that. Das would like to know the advanced program. So the advanced program, I'll give you this little outline. Advanced program has 3 types of picks: super picks, cap opening trades, power plays, sorry, 4 picks, and power flips. So in general, here's what happens. A super pick comes out. That's the same thing that passive income trader trades, except that we're trying to predict the pick before they actually physically mail it into the universe of millions of investors. We're in and out in a single day. We're taking half our profits at 50%, the second half of our profits, either timed by an exit alert from me or if we hit 100% gain in a single day. At that point, we then look for power flips. We take a smaller part of our portfolio, and anytime the super pick has a big pullback, we're going to buy it and we're going to sell it on a rally. Then if we, at the end of the day, if it's in the first 4 weeks, we'll buy it near the end of the day and sell it right in the opening. With an even smaller part of our portfolio, this adds a few percentage points to the portfolio. And then if we aren't able to buy at dip, and we aren't able to, well, this would happen at the end of each day in the first month. And then if we see the stock is breaking new highs, we jump on board with the trailing stop with what's called a power play. Basically, this is the day trader's system for playing these picks that passive income trader trades. Most of the people who buy it, I recommend just take the super pick. It gives you the opportunity to get in far earlier for usually half or less of the price that passive income trader announces the pick. Now the risk is we may think we've predicted the pick and it's not really the pick. And so part of the program is being able to determine quickly if it is not the right pick and to get around that by selling quickly at any sign of harm or doubt. And so this is the rule book that goes through the different portfolio sizes of each type of pick: 50%, 20%, 5. The other thing we're doing is mini super picks. So like the one that I've just discussed here, this is something we're running in our chat room. Also, there's power plays. If we see a stock that's broken 35% in a single day, we will start buying the highs and using trailing stop losses to ride those stocks. So there's been about 3 per week that will go up 200 to 400% in a single day. You never heard of them before. You'll never hear of them again. And we ride those with our power plays. So it's an active program. But if you're not an active trader, you can still get great value of it just by doing the main pick once every 45 days. Tina had a question about canceling your order. Yeah, if you're not filled with the stock Mr. Pick in the first 3 minutes, you should cancel your order, take the shares you're able to fill, and be happy. Because after that, I would not hold, I would not be buying shares. You're going to be selling in a few minutes. Harold, I wish. If I knew the pick the night before, I'd probably own an island on a beach and a private plane and all that good stuff. We are able to predict it in the advanced program, looking at volume acceleration with very specific metric of where it could fit. Or with the passive income trader, we're on all their mailing lists. We know which ones they mail out first, and that's when we actually alert it to passive income trader. Brett Anderson, for PIT picks, how can I get a better success at getting in at the initial limit price? Should I set the limit a penny or two higher than what the text alert says? Should I have entered a market buy order, or is that never recommended? Schwab will let you do a market order, and the only problem is that you're not going to be able to cancel it because those usually fill quickly. These stocks are very liquid, so you should be fine with limit orders. Yes, in fact, you should ignore our order price. You should simply look at the price of the stock and put your limit order 1 cent above the asking price, and you should get filled, within 20 seconds. Kurt Hirsch, Awesome Penny Stock said that they would close their doors if the stock didn't hit $1. It only went to mid-70s and it crashed. What will happen to them? Last summer they had even insiders, people I trust who are knees deep in the penny stock world. Everyone and their mom was convinced that Awesome Penny Stocks was done. It was their final hurrah, and it's the end of the game. And they had this whole just drama of this new company called, I have to find it, it's one of the subscriptions, it's a expensive subscription service they have that supposedly gives you the picks early. And the first pick they mailed out, Awesome Penny Stocks never, okay, so all this hype came out that Awesome Penny Stocks was done, and then all of a sudden this paid service was getting promoted. And so we joined it, and the first pick, we thought, well, maybe they aren't dead. And so the first pick came out, and we alerted it to passive income trader members, and then Awesome Penny Stocks never mailed it. And so we're like, oh, and we got everybody out, and luckily we did that because either that night or the next day it crashed. And so then everybody was still wondering, is Awesome Penny Stocks really done? And then what came after that was a full year of killer picks. They do this on purpose to get rid of people like us. They hate people who just buy it and sell it and buy it and sell it because it makes it really hard for them to get the stock to go up. And so, yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere, Kurt. Tina, on the passive income trader picks, they're extremely highly liquid, and by the time we alert it to you, the price is pretty flat with the passive income trader program, so you can put it a penny above and get a good fill. And the hidden market opportunities program, the price is flying up. As we alert it, we recommend putting 5 cents above. If you look at the acceleration of price, if the price is moving up quickly, then obviously you need to put your limit order higher than the asking price, so you have time to get filled. If it looks like it's flat and wobbly, you might even try getting filled a penny under the asking price. It just depends on what the stock's doing. John, for the stock Mr. Pick tomorrow, you should absolutely put the limit price 5 cents above the ask. For normal passive income trader picks, you can get away with a 1 cent. Christian Rath, and the cost for your advanced program is $10,000. Yes, minus whatever you paid for passive income trader, and it's got a 60-day guarantee. We've had one person refund it so far who's ordered it. to change from PIT to advanced, what is involved, inclusive of the cost? That's really it. I mean, there's a lot of training videos to teach you how to use the different platforms we recommend. Depending on your life, your schedule, you may only be doing the super picks, or you may be doing the whole enchilada. If you do the whole enchilada, it's recommended to do Thinkorswim Active Trader. If you're going to do part of the program, Schwab is easy, or Ameritrade or E-Trade. Brett Anderson, do you have any data on the success of the advanced program picks yet? What percentage of the picks have been winners versus losers? Well, not really. We just launched it, so we're starting it off fresh. We're up 12% so far. This is just kind of trying to tread water right now. We make most of the gains at the same time passive income trader would, except that we expect to make 2 to 3 times the profit in intraday with the Hidden Market Opportunities program. Passive income trader, we're hoping to make 25% and possibly hold it overnight. And I did mention that we're probably going to alter the passive income trader to stop holding stocks overnight to really protect our money better, and to go for 2 or 3 10% gains instead of 1 25% gain. We're getting a very big following in passive income traders, so we want to modify the system to keep it safe for all our members. In back testing, the Hidden Market Opportunities has done very well, but I'm not going to show you guys a bunch of back testing. But yeah, it is based, passive income trader was based on back testing before we launched it, and it's done incredibly well for the members. Jeff wants to know if we would use options. There's no options on these, I'm afraid. My broker only allows up to 5,000 shares purchased on penny stocks. This is, yeah, you need to switch your broker, Gary. Probably Thinkorswim or Ameritrade. I'm sorry, Ameritrade or Schwab or E-Trade are the 3 I'd recommend. Gary, no, but you should rewatch the video. Basically rewatch the video, bookmark this page, don't open it until 9:30 exactly, hit enter, see what the stock is, go to your broker, you should have it already loaded up, you should have it set as a limit order, you should have in your mind how many shares you want to buy, no more than in our model portfolio we're putting $1,250 per $25,000 in the account. It's a small trade. If the order's not filled in 3 minutes, we cancel it, take the shares that were filled. We're going to sell it within 15 minutes or less. We're going for 100% profit. Christian, you've got a great platform. You should just go to the tools and download Thinkorswim and then call them and tell them you want to upgrade that to the Active Trader. For some reason you have to call them, but the Active Trader is just beautiful. It's a very visual way to trade. You can basically click bars above or below the price, and it'll fill. It's very automated and easy and fun. And our most successful guy, who's been making $10,000 a day every other day, has been sending us videos of his setup in Active Trader on Thinkorswim, and we've been reproducing them and publishing them. Kurt wants to know if too many members will hurt the program's success. Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game. That's why we're not going to take the second grade picks anymore. We're only going to do the ones that are based on the super promoter group. And that's why we're going to switch to 10% gains instead of 25. And I don't think it's going to hurt the returns. Basically, what I expect is we will buy, as it's rallying, we'll sell into the rally. It's going to cause a dip. We're going to buy back. And then all these, people are going to buy back in, and we're going to sell it again. It should be it's going to almost be funny that we are able to self-fulfill our two trade alerts. That's what I see happening. The guy making $10,000 a day is ignoring our model portfolio position size. He's trading large amounts per trade. I think within 3 days he paid off the entire service. He's not the typical result of the other members. And in some instances, he's not even taking our sell alerts or stop losses. He's just selling it when he feels like it. So, our model portfolio, if you followed it perfectly, is up 12% right now. Tina, is this like EXHI? No, EXHI is really the most basic program. It's fine for doing passive income trader or the super picks. If you start wanting to be more of an active trader, you go to Thinkorswim, you download the thing. You go to Ameritrade, you download the Thinkorswim platform, and then you call them and say, I'd like to upgrade my Thinkorswim to the active trader platform. It doesn't cost anything. They just make you call. It's going to be the default soon. They just haven't done that yet. Gary, no, he's been making a lot of money on the power plays, which are very high liquid stocks that are just, for some reason, there's earnings, there's insider information, who knows. There's been about 3 to 5 stocks going up over 200% intraday, and we have a model for playing those. That the bulk of the returns that you see, this 12%, the bulk of those were from these power plays. And there's little mistakes people do. It's very simple. When you see how we do all the trades in the event program, you'll probably be like, wow, this is really easy. It's simple, but it's weeding out all the stuff that doesn't work that makes that program successful. Brett, how confident are you in the ability to tell the actual promoter's pick before it's announced? What would determine if the pick is wrong? Price action is what's going to get me out of a pick, or the promoter not mailing it by noon. In general, I don't even care if I'm wrong when this setup happens, because the price is moving up and the volume it's not even unordinary, it's extraordinarily unordinary for this level of volume to happen. So in general, I really couldn't care if the pick was wrong. It's just going to get me to sell earlier if I don't see the confirmation. We're only putting half our portfolio in case some kind of disaster happens, we lose half. That's 25% of the account. Well, we can get back to even on the next one. So we're never trading the whole portfolio in these. Christian, okay, I'll see what's wrong with the link, and I'll get a link to everybody in the next update to Passive Income Trader members. Oh, also, I spoke to Dean. He says Interactive Brokers is probably the best bet for penny stocks outside of the U.S. Claudia, it's only with Ameritrade. Harold, yes, 5% allocation in a $25,000 account is how we're trading the mini pick tomorrow. Gary Stone, are you talking about the super pick? Yeah, it could, but again, this setup doesn't happen but once every 45 days. Rarely there would be a head fake where you could be tricked into a position, and if you were tricked into it, it's okay. It's going to be the stock's flying up. The volume is, you know, 1 million plus shares a minute. Previous day volume is low, and the price is skyrocketing. This is a setup for a super pick. Okay, Lolita, yeah, you're fine to refund, but you need to contact support, please. Gary, the passive trade. Yeah, you know, they're penny stocks, so they're risky. We know for a fact that these guys promote stocks for at least 30 days, so that's why we have the confidence to typically hold it overnight. In the advanced program, we would never dream of holding these stocks with a high percent of our portfolio overnight because it's a much more advanced, detailed model portfolio. So definitely, you know, trade with money you can afford to lose. You can look at our track record to get faith. You can know that these guys do promote stocks for 30 days plus, and they've been doing it for 3 years. So that's the reason we have confidence to hold overnight in the passive income trader program. We've done it for a year. It's done very well for us. Brett, it will be available for a long time. He's asking how long our advanced program will be offering. Gary, are we considered a pump and dump operation? No, we are stock traders. We buy stocks on the exchange and we sell them. You know, and there's major investment banks trading these. In fact, you know, some of the more famous market makers include Knight. It's one of them. Let me see if I can find the. There you go. So here's the companies that are the most involved in this industry. Knight, Archipelago, Citadel, Automated Trading Desk, Jane Street. You know, these are big brand names. These are the guys who buy and sell these to you. Now, are the guys behind EXHI pump and dumpers? Yeah. I mean, all these penny stocks, they go up, they crash. Very rarely are these legitimate companies that will actually do anything. Will this be around forever? I don't know. This is a make hay while the sun is shining kind of opportunity. Oh, Canada, what is it? Is it Questar? They're asking who's the best broker in Canada. Let me ask Dean again. I have a member named Pierre who was talking to me about this. I'll have to send an update on the Canadian broker, but just make sure that they traded EXHI and ARTH recently, and you'll be set to chat. Maybe, Mike. I don't remember that being the name that the client I work with had, but all right. Well, I've got to go pick up my son from kindergarten, so I'm going to go ahead and close this out. But I look forward to getting you guys a pick tomorrow morning, or you know how to do it yourself. And then I hope we get our next passive income trader pick in the first couple of weeks after Labor Day weekend. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and I'll talk to you on the next one. If you have questions in the meanwhile, go to our support desk, shoot it in, and I'll make sure that you get answered quickly. Thanks.